Hi queens and kings, welcome back to my channel. My name is T. On my channel I discuss home renovations, home decor, thrifted items, and how to style these items. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Welcome to my older subscribers. Thank you all for putting comments, liking the videos, and taking time out your busy days to watch my videos when I post. In today's video, I'm not showing you anything thrifted actually. I'm showing you curtains, rods, and some light fixtures that I changed out. I've had these rods and the light fixtures now since like the beginning of summer. It just costs so much to get anything done these days. So I literally just been waiting until I had the right price offered by a handyman before I got anything done. So luckily I was able to find a handyman that has good prices. So yes, I'm going to show you like the before and after of the light fixtures. I switched out 4 so far. I do have others that I'm going to switch out probably within the next few weeks. One is for sure going back, and hopefully you all will be able to see on screen why I do not like this one light fixture that I put up. I don't like it at all. But we'll get to that part. You always see what I'm talking about. So first, let's discuss the rods. I think curtains make a big difference in like some spaces. Some spaces I see why people do not want curtains, but I always enjoy having curtains like in my living area. It just make it feel more cozy to me. I put up a picture of like before the curtain rods and curtains went up, so you'll see the blank space. I thought about going with black curtains because I do have a lot of black accents in my home, as you all know. But at the very last minute, I decided to go with a linen airy curtain. I'm in Florida, so I figured, I wanted more of a breezy look. So I kept the curtain rods that I already had purchased. They are black. All of the curtain rods on both levels that I had him to install are all black. The ones in the living room are black with the end tips. I'll try to zoom in. They're like acrylic end tips. And I'm not really a glam person. I don't like a lot of sparklies and glass. So that's about as glam as it's gonna get. It's with the curtain rods, and I went with those because it sort of plays off of the chandelier that you all have seen in previous videos. That Yeah, I like how that plays off each other. So I kept the rods, and instead of going with the black curtains, I went with this linen curtain. I don't think it's 100% linen. I forgot what percentage linen it is, but it does have some linen in it. These came from Amazon, believe it or not, and I believe the color is considered natural. I'll try to find the exact curtain color and add that to the video as well. But I'm glad I went with these because after I got them all hung, I was like, yes, the space looks bright and breezy and cozy once I light my candles and everything. So I'm glad I went with that choice. I'm also glad that I didn't put them any higher on the wall. There is a larger window above my French doors, so I could have taken it a little higher, but I'm glad I didn't because curtains get too expensive. The longer they are, the more expensive they are. It just gets ridiculous. And I don't have a sewing machine, so I couldn't make them myself. And even if I did have a sewing machine, I'm not sure if I would have taken time to make curtains at this length. Um, so yeah, so that's the curtains. So I'll show you all, how they look on the walls. I have one, two, three. I have 3 windows in here that have these curtains. The windows upstairs, I haven't. I had the curtain rods hung, but I haven't purchased curtains for those spaces. I'm still trying to figure out what colors I want, what materials I want for the curtains in my bedroom and the curtains upstairs. So yeah. Now let's get into these light fixtures. So let's start with the one on the outside back patio. That light fixture I didn't realize it's definitely a vintage looking light fixture, and I thought it was probably as old as when this house was built. But believe it or not, when you go on like not Home Goods, when you go on like Home Depot and Lowe's, you'll see the same pretty much light fixture still available to purchase. So I'm thinking it's just a light fixture that will never go out of style. Although to me, it's out of style for the way I'm decorating my home. So yeah, when the handyman was taking it down, it was literally like crumbling in his hand. It's so old and rusty, as you all will see in the picture. So yes, I had him to remove that one. The one I put up is like a black, I'll call it more so like a rectangle chandelier, and it has 3 bulbs. One of my bulbs is blown out, so I need to get another bulb. But I do like the light fixture much better. My job gave me a gift card, so I had purchased these for light fixtures. I would recommend buying light fixtures in person. That way you can feel it, you can hold it, and see the true color. Although I am going to keep this one on the back patio, it's not iron, and I wish it was iron. It's not heavy at all. I don't know if it's a plastic or what, but it's definitely not like a wrought iron or a quality made light, is what I'll say. So I would recommend it, but I wouldn't recommend it if you want something more substantial for that. Now let's see. The next one I'm going to talk, and I keep looking because I'm started looking in the direction of where the lights are. This next one I'm going to show you is the one I am not keeping. I'm a fan of black and gold. As I stated in my other videos, black is my favorite color, gold is my favorite metal. I have a lot of black accents in my home as well as gold, but I pushed it too far with this chandelier. It looked okay online, and I should have read more of the reviews because I went on and let the handyman put it up, but it's going to come down. And the funny thing is, he was over here a few days ago at my house doing some more things, and I told him, I said, when you come back, I'm gonna have something different for you to put up here because this chandelier to me is just ugly. And he just burst out laughing. He was probably thinking it was ugly when he put it up. I don't know, but what make it ugly, not saying, if you have this in your home, fine. I have seen other people purchasing this chandelier since I purchased it, so I do, it seemed like it may be a popular chandelier, but it also may be a dupe from a higher end store. Again, this one came from Amazon, so maybe that made a difference. But anyway, so what I don't like about it is it's missing holes that I would need to place all of the all of the chandelier pieces. All of the holes are not there for me to hang the pieces. And I look back at a review, and one guy stated his wife purchased a chandelier. He was putting it together. It wasn't any holes for him to even put the chandelier together. He had to use a drill or something to put the holes on there. So yeah, I don't know what's up with this chandelier. Not only is it missing holes to properly put things where they're supposed to go, the color, the black is fine, but what's supposed to be gold is like a orange mixed with coral, mixed with peach, copper mixed with rose gold. It's like this funny shade of gold and yeah, it's a mixture of some of everything. I don't know if it's going to read like that when I'm posting the picture here to the side, but in person you can definitely tell that's not gold. It's not a muted gold. It's not a antique gold. It's none of that. And for that reason, it looks very cheap. Um, I would not recommend this chandelier unless you are going for like a coppery, peachy coral color gold. It just looks cheap. In person, it looks very cheap. The black part and the part hanging from the ceiling also looks very cheap and plastic like. Honestly, if I had to rate this chandelier on a scale of 1 to 5, I would give it a 1. And really, I give it a 1.5. And the 1.5 comes from the fact that the little chandelier crystal parts, they seem durable. They're okay. And the point 0.5 is because it's still hanging from the wall. Other than that, I do not like it. I'm going to give it away, sell it, or do something with it because I think the time has surpassed for me to send it back. Unfortunately, I should have taken it fully out the box when I purchased it. So that's my fault on that part. But yeah, do not recommend. Moving along. As much time I spent talking about that little ugly chandelier, you all see I don't like it. Moving on to the next fixture. So the next one I swapped out is at one of my entryways. The one up there was like a old school, I don't know if it was a hexagon. I don't know if it was 6-sided or 8-sided, which would be octagon. Anyway, I don't have the picture in front of me, but I'll post the picture here. It was just a gold, old school light fixture. I swapped it out for a round black and gold light fixture. I am going to keep this one because it still plays well with the chandelier, the vintage chandelier that I'm keeping in here. The only thing I would say about that one is to change the light bulb, you have to be very careful because it's two pieces. The gold part comes off, and then you take the globe off. So if you try to take them off together, you can easily drop it thinking it's one piece, but it's actually two separate pieces. So that's the only downside to that light fixture, and I recommend and I will be keeping that one. The last one I swapped out is one in the dining area. It's like a clear gold and black. The one I had up there before came with the house. It's probably from the 90s, but it may not be from the 90s because I did see that same fixture in a Goodwill recently. So I don't know what year it was from, but it was a sturdy light fixture. It just did not go with the theme of my house. It was like a white, creamy white, and it had like striations of creams and whites mixed into the globe portion of it. So I did make sure the handyman took good care of that one because it was a good, durable light fixture. It just didn't go with the theme of my home. So I did take that to Goodwill and donated it in case somebody wanted to replace the one I had or if they wanted another light fixture like that in their current home. So I swapped it out for the one that you're looking at now. It's gold, black, and clear. The only thing I don't like about it, it doesn't have a bottom. And for some reason, when I ordered that light, I thought it had like a bottom to it, but it doesn't. And I've gotten used to looking at it without the bottom on it, which is fine. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, so out of the 4, I'm going to keep 3, and the one I'm not keeping again is this funny color chandelier. But I'm glad that it was put up there because that also showed me that I do not need a chandelier in that space. This chandelier in my living room is 3 tiers. That one is 3 or 4 tiers. So it really clash with each other. So that showed me for that space I need to get something more linear, and that's what I'm going to look for, like some kind of light that's very short but long, that doesn't look anything like a chandelier, something more muted, if that makes sense. But anyway, once I switch that one out, I will show you all that as well. Again, we have about 5 or so more light fixtures I'm going to switch out, and there should be all of the light fixtures updated. So that make a big difference in your home when you update things such as lights, add curtains, or change out windows. I do have a window up here that eventually need to be swapped out. Do not let people power wash your house. I haven't had this house power wash yet. That is on my to-do list. But I say that because I had someone here not long after I purchased the home, and I had asked them about the hazy look of the window up here, and I was like, "Do you think they'll come off with some Windex?" Because I had some little hazy glaze over my French doors in some spots, and it came off with the Windex. But he stated the same thing. The handyman stated that water has seeped in between the window and the rubber and different materials that they use to seal the windows. So both of them stated somewhere down along the way, someone probably power washed the house and the water seep through. So, mental note, when people power wash your home, don't let them just spray and spray and spray on your windows, or don't really let them do the windows at all. If anything, have them hand wash the windows, because you don't want to end up with something like that. And I'm not blaming anyone. Um, I mean, my home is from the late 80s. So over time, I mean, we're in 2024, so it's probably never been replaced. But it's such a nice window. I just hate that it has like that fog over it. But I've gotten a quote. It's at the bottom of the bucket list. Windows are very expensive to replace. But yeah, I think, just windows, shears, like the curtains, light fixtures, doing things like that to your home, just, make it look more cared for, bring it up to date if that's what you're trying to do. Like I stated, my house is modern mixed with vintage. The style of my home as for a structure is considered contemporary. Um, so yeah, so hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know if you like any of the light fixtures or if you will send them all back. I'm not sending them all back. I'm just sending the one back. But let me know your thoughts if you like the ones I selected, or if you would have kept the vintage ones that were already there. So thank you for joining in. As always, like, subscribe, leave a comment, share my channel with others. I do plan to switch out the other lights soon and do some more things around the home. I already have some more videos that I simply just need to edit. It's just been a lot going on, so I'll eventually get to that. So yeah, thanks for sticking around. You all enjoy the rest of your night. Bye.